welcome to another video. We're going to the Forest Tower and Mons Klint in a one-day round trip with a guide, and I'm going to tell you all about it. First of all, I booked this trip through Get Your Guide, and as you can see here, they picked us all up in a minibus, which was very comfortable, and the driver was the guide. Meeting time was 9 a.m. and we arrived to our first stop, the Forest Tower site, at 10 a.m. This place is called Camp Adventure, and you need to purchase additional tickets to actually go to the forest path and the tower. But the space you are seeing on screen right now is accessible without the additional ticket, and it features a souvenir shop, cafe/restaurant, presentation area, restrooms, and my favorite, an orange cat, a sleeping orange cat. I didn't spend much time here though, as we had limited time to walk there, climb up and down, and then walk back to the bus. The path is quite flat, and the forest air was just exactly what I needed. If you're subscribed, you know I live in Abu Dhabi, and the purpose of this trip was to cool down. I traveled to Belgrade, but even Belgrade was too hot, so I spontaneously hopped on a plane and went north, and it was worth every penny. So pretty and exactly what I needed. The air is so clean and such a delight. Love it. Anyway, here on this path and while climbing the tower, a few of the other folks from the same tour and the same bus caught up with me and we had a lovely chat. There was another girl traveling solo. She was from Finland, and I tried very hard not to compare the Scandinavian countries, but I failed. A bit about this place. The tower was opened in 2019, and its top is 135 meters above sea level, which, fun fact, is very high for Danish standards, since the highest point in the country overall is only 170 meters. It's some hill, if I remember correctly. Obviously, 170 meters doesn't qualify for a mountain, so it's a very flat country, which also means that you can see a lot from the top of the forest tower. Once back in the bus, the driver told us some more fun facts and general information about this area, and we made a quick stop to capture the Queen Alexandrine Bridge and some sheep. This bridge is actually over 700 meters long and 10.7 meters wide, and objectively it looks beautiful, which is probably why you will see it on the 500 krona banknote. Next up, we passed through a small town called Stege, I guess, which I could tell the guide liked this place as he talked about it quite a bit. Apparently, it's the largest town on the island of Mon, but its population is only around 3.5 thousand. Finally, our destination. Upon arriving to Mons Klint, there's this big building that I was immediately curious to explore. However, the guide asked us to be back in the bus in 2.5 hours. And given the 500 steps down to the beach and then 500 to get back up, I decided to leave that for after. He walked us to this viewpoint, which is, as you can see, just breathtaking. The guide then showed us which way to go. Some people opted out of going all the way down the stairs, but the rest of us, the true adventurers, took on the challenge. Frankly, I did question my decision at times, considering how tired those passing by in the opposite direction looked, as well as seeing dark clouds appear from time to time. But once I was finally down, it was totally worth it. One thing I would do differently is bring flip-flops.
Trying to get away from all the people. Okay, this part's definitely my favorite so far. So definitely do come here. There's less people and it's gorgeous. So I'm not even capturing half of the beauty like this. Forgot to mention, this area is to the right of the stairs. As you descend, go to the right. It is starting to rain a little bit, so it is time to say goodbye.
Okay.
303, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Åh, træning på knæ. Ja, det går træning på knæ. En steak du. Tu viens de tuer un minute quoi.
On the way back, I didn't rush as there was plenty of time left. And at the end, I even had time for lunch and coffee.
Big stars coming that you in. But they have also street food at 33 in King Square and number 2. And if you like